Gervonta Davis and David Benavidez will share the same card on deck 14th. Gervonta Tank Davis and David Benavidez could reportedly share a December 14th doubleheader card on PBC pay-per-view, putting WBC interim light heavyweight champion Benavidez and WBC regular lightweight champion Tank Davis on the same card is a good move by PBC, especially if they face less than stellar opposition. The Mexican monster, David Benavidez, could be defending against fringe contender Jesse Hart on December 14th, who would be a safe fight for him.
Anyone in particular? Give me some names.
I want to fight David Benavidez.
Benavidez is the WBC mandatory to light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev and will be getting a title shot against the winner of his undisputed fight against WBA champion Dimitri Bivol at some point soon. In other words, Benavidez won't dare fight anyone risky before getting that lucrative match, which is expected to earn him millions. Jesse Hart has already called out David Benavidez, expressing his enthusiasm for the fight. Hart has been vocal about wanting this matchup, seeing it as a golden opportunity to prove himself against a top-tier contender like Benavidez.
If I beat David Benavidez, I can be the guy. I can go ahead and get out of here.
How about a guy like Plant? Him too?
Plant okay, but Plant showed that he wasn't on the level of a David Benavidez yet. Neither one of them have been tested yet, but I want David Benavidez because he's a bigger guy. Like, you got to beat Benavidez to me to be the guy.
If this fight happens on December 14th, it would be the biggest stage of Hart's career, giving him the chance to elevate his status and possibly shock the boxing world. Salvador Rodriguez reports that WBA regular lightweight champion Tank Davis and WBC interim 175lb champ David Benavidez could team up for the December 14th card. The two fighters shared a card last summer, fighting on June 15th on PBC on PPV, and it brought in 350,000 buys. Benavidez was the co-main event attraction as he boxed Alexander Gvozdyk in his first fight at 175. Davis knocked out Martin to retain his WBA lightweight title in his first fight since stopping Ryan Garcia. Benavidez won a unanimous decision against Gvozdyk, who proved to be more durable, although the Mexican monster later disclosed a hand injury. Tank Davis expressed his excitement about sharing the stage with Benavidez, acknowledging the significance of fighting alongside such a powerhouse. Davis stated, "I am definitely excited to be on the same card with someone like him." Potential opponents. Tank Davis's rumored potential options are Edwin de los Santos and Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Either of those fighters would be excellent and far better than anyone he's ever fought during his 10-year professional career. Shakur Stevenson has been avoiding a rematch with Edwin de los Santos and keeping a close eye on the lightweight division, and recently had something to say about Tank Davis's next potential opponent, Edwin de los Santos. Stevenson didn't hold back in challenging Tank to take on a real threat.
Let's see Tank go against de los Santos. He a big 135-pounder, strong, got power, got skills, got defense. Let's see. Everybody gonna think, oh, Tank gonna knock him out, but would they take that risk? Tank get hit, right? Don't Tank get hit?
Yeah.
So if he get hit, let's still get hit by somebody who really could crack.
Stevenson is clearly confident that de los Santos would be a tough challenge for Tank, highlighting the danger in his power and skills. The question is, will Tank take the risk and step into the ring with a heavy hitter like de los Santos? Edwin de los Santos isn't backing down from the challenge and remains confident in his preparation ahead of a potential fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. When asked about the pressure, here's what de los Santos had to say. He stated in an interview about his upcoming potential bout with Tank, "I don't feel pressure. I've dedicated myself completely, so I know what I have to do, which is to put in the hard work. As for Tank, I wouldn't say he's overrated because he has achieved a lot against the people he's faced, but when he fights me, he's going to get some fire." De los Santos is clearly focused and ready for a big challenge, hinting that Tank Davis will be facing an opponent who's not just coming to fight, but to bring the heat. This potential matchup is shaping up to be explosive. But on the other hand, boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has a different take. He believes that Jose Valenzuela could pose a serious threat to Gervonta Davis. But on the other hand, boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has a different take. He believes that Jose Valenzuela could pose a serious threat to Gervonta Davis.
Can El Rayo defeat Gervonta Tank Davis? Yes. He can. I think he can. I can see how he can.
Showbiz the Adult has also pointed out how Jose Valenzuela has the right tools to outbox Gervonta Davis and secure a victory. He broke down exactly how Valenzuela could get it done. He stated, "All he has to do is stay on his feet, and I think he can beat him by decision. Now he has the tools to stay on his feet. Let me tell you, Elio's got the height, 5'10" at 140. Hand speed, good power, good movement."
He's kind of like if Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia had a baby.
According to Showbiz, if Valenzuela can stay disciplined and use his physical advantages, he could be the one to hand Tank Davis a loss, proving that height, speed, and smart boxing could be the keys to victory. Reports indicate that Davis could box Edwin de los Santos or Jose Valenzuela. De los Santos lost out to Shakur Stevenson in his last fight in a vacant WBC lightweight clash. Although he suffered a defeat, Shakur received more criticism for fighting on the back foot. Valenzuela is the current WBA junior welterweight champion, having beaten Isaac Cruz in his last fight to win the title. Davis has boxed at 140 before, beating Mario Barrios. Both fighters would be serious options for Tank, but they're not household names with fans. Hence, there is a need to share a card with David Benavidez to increase the PPV buys. Benavidez isn't hugely popular either, and if he chooses to face fringe contender Jesse Hart, an unknown with casuals, it's important that PBC put him and Tank on the same card. Tank Davis could be fighting Shakur Stevenson next year, if the New Jersey native can come back from his hand injury to face him in a unification. Salvador Rodriguez also says Charlo and Brandon Figueroa could be on the December 14th card as well against rivals to be defined. If Tank moves up to 140 and wins, it will increase the calls on him to face the other big names in that division. Valenzuela had verbally agreed to box Ryan Garcia, but Garcia has just called out Teofimo Lopez, leaving the door open for the Valenzuela fight. A fight with Shakur Stevenson is the one boxing fans are hoping for. However, that could be delayed even further now. Shakur was set to box Joe Cordina on October 12th. That would be his first fight with Matchroom Boxing. However, he has pulled out after a hand injury. He has now undergone surgery, as he is expected to return next year. Stevenson wants to box William Zepeda on his return. Zepeda is Shakur's WBC mandatory. If Stevenson wins, Eddie Hearn wants to make the Davis fight. Hearn stated, "He was the highest-rated fighter on ESPN this year. Shakur does big numbers, but I didn't want to tell everyone that he does big numbers. If we keep building him and he comes up against a commercial giant like Tank, Shakur against Tank is one of the great American fights and one of the biggest fights in boxing." As for Benavidez, he is the current WBC interim light heavyweight champion. That makes him mandatory for the winner of Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. They fight for the undisputed light heavyweight title on October 12th. Benavidez will need a fight to keep him active. The current name being mentioned is Jesse Hart. Hart is 31-3. He has 5 wins on the bounce, 4 of which were by stoppages. However, when he faced top competition, Hart came up short. His 3 losses came against Joe Smith Jr. and Zurdo Ramirez on 2 occasions. Benavidez and Davis have praised each other previously, expressing their desire to fight on the same card. As the anticipation builds for the December 14th card featuring both Gervonta Davis and David Benavidez, the fighters are expressing their excitement about sharing the spotlight. Benavidez said, "This is a dream come true for me. I have always wanted to fight on the same card as Gervonta Davis, and now that we've set it up, this is going to be the biggest card of the year." Davis stated, "I'm definitely excited to be on a card with someone like David Benavidez." Both fighters recognize the magnitude of this event, and their enthusiasm sets the stage for what promises to be a thrilling night of boxing that fans won't want to miss. To prepare for his next big fight, David Benavidez has brought in none other than the legend himself, Roy Jones Jr. Working alongside one of the greatest, Benavidez is honing his skills and sharpening his power shots.
One, two, three, now 4 goes over here. 4 goes over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, 1, right? 2, right? 3, right? Look at 4. 4 win. Yeah, I'm saying? Still saying? That's right. Yeah. Hello?
With Roy Jones Jr.'s guidance, Benavidez's signature left hook is more dangerous than ever. This added weapon could be the key to dominating the light heavyweight division. As we gear up for this blockbuster event, the stakes are higher than ever for both Gervonta Davis and David Benavidez. The December 14th card is set to be a thrilling night of explosive action, with both fighters ready to prove their dominance. Will Tank Davis take on the dangerous Edwin de los Santos or Jose Valenzuela? And will David Benavidez use his sharpened skills under Roy Jones Jr. to secure victory? Now, we want to hear from you. Who do you think poses the biggest threat to Davis and Benavidez on this card? Let us know in the comments.